Welcome back to the channel. Today we're reacting to a video on Rose Stone and Freddie Stone. Now before we start the video, I want you to consider checking out my other YouTube channel. The link is in the description box below. Help me get this video to 100 likes, and as always, don't forget to like, share, watch more videos, and subscribe to the channel.
The battlefield for my Lord. The battlefield for my Lord. Yes, I'm on.
Okay, I need you to stop for a moment. I just need you to tell me, before you, I need you to tell me, I'm sorry about that. You know, what kinds of songs did you sing with Sly when you were as part of the Stewart Four? And I just need you to tell me, well, this is one of the things that we would sing as the Stewart Four.
Before the group, Sly and Family Stone, got together, as we were growing up, we had a little church group. There were 5 of us, actually. We called the group the Stewart Four, but there were 5 of us. My oldest sister, she played the piano. And it was Rose, myself, my younger sister, Vayetta, and of course, my brother, Sylvester, who everyone knows as Sly. And so we would do something like this. It had a little different flavor then, but it was more or less this is the way it went. It was a gospel song. We were raised in church, as a matter of fact. I don't know if you know that. We were raised in church, and since I was a little baby, we were always in church. You know, Mom.
You know what I'm noticing? It's like all the best musicians' foundation was church.
And Dad, never seen either one of them drink, never heard them curse, never heard any rock and roll in the house. Actually, we were just in church all the time. So,
and they just celebrated their 61st wedding anniversary.
Okay, so they've been together, they're just like glue, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, this is one of the songs we did. It's called On the Battlefield for My Lord. Oh, once I was a civilian, walking around in sin. Then my Jesus, he drafted me in the service, he took me in. He took me by the hand, and I joined the Christian band. You know that I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. You know that I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. Oh, yes, I am. Oh, I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. Something like that. That's what we did, And we did other songs like that. And as a matter of fact, Sly, he was singing. I hear my mom and dad talk about it sometime. At 4 years old, he was singing. They were taking the great big meetings. He would stand on a table, and he had a thing, my mother told me, that if he didn't get an ovation, if they didn't stand up, he'd cry, And so he was that way. I don't know if he's that way today. I don't think he'll start crying. But,
I don't think so.
But that's the way he was, So he was singing a long time, and we just got into it.
Well, so there's this really strong church feel in your music. You were telling me how sometimes if you were having a hard time getting something, Sly would say, do it like you do in church. If you could just tell me that.
He always said that. Whenever we recorded, he would just say, after he'd explain whatever it is, and then we said, okay, we understand what you mean. And he'd always, usually end whatever his explanation of the song was and say, just do like you do in church. It's like, oh, okay.
If you would just say that one more time with, because you had said, like sometimes you might be having trouble getting a part or something, and then he would tell you, just say that.
Well, sometimes Sly would always give us the opportunity to do it the way we felt it. And when he would try to explain to us just how he felt like it should be, and then he said, but just do it the way you would do in church. So that, that was like, just go for it.
Yeah, and he would.
Oh.
He would.
Sorry.
Oh.
I didn't.
It's all yours.
Okay. So Sly. How would you characterize Sly?
Well, Sly is more or less someone that people know to be Sly. Sylvester is someone else.
We know Sylvester.
You see, we know the difference between Sly and Sylvester. And if you were to talk to Sylvester. He likes Sylvester better than he likes Sly.
Right.
Sly is more or less something that has come about because of growing, learning, living, pressures, struggles, and the image that you must continue to project. The Sylvester, the part that I know, is the person that people need to know because he's the real genius. The Sly is just someone that, people make up. He made up.
When I say the song, excuse me a moment, stop for a moment. Okay, I'm going to jump to something else for just a moment because I want to know about your guitar influences. I mean, where did your style come from? The style, and all that wah-wah that you were doing and all of that, where did that
Do me a favor, go into the comments and tell me your alter ego. Kind of like what they were just talking about. And which one is the nice version of you compared to, your real name? Meaning, is your alter ego the nice version, or is your real name the nice version? Let me know in the comments.
come from?
The style of guitar that I play, I play it because it's the way I've learned to play it. I didn't have any training as far as the regular training that guitar players have. I was brought up in the church. My dad played violin. My mother played piano. My dad played kazoo and harp and made a washboard. And then my brother played guitar. And when I got a certain age, I found the guitar in my hand. I just started playing it. When we came out with using maybe the wah-wah sound, I went for the sound. It seemed to be a sound that we needed. And so I used the wah-wah because the sound seemed to go with what we were doing. And that's basically how I learned to play my guitar. It's just there, I play some things not unlike other guitar players. Not saying better or worse, it's just unlike other guitar players. I play it sometimes like a keyboard. A player would play a keyboard, but that's the way I learned. And it worked, and where I was coming from in church, no one was there to say, hey, that's wrong, or that's incorrect, or that's good. It's just I had a good time doing it, and it works for me.
What about Jimi Hendrix? Did he have any influence on your playing?
Now, Jimi Hendrix, this brother, Jimi Hendrix, he's like, when I think of Jimi Hendrix, I think of like a Larry Graham. Larry Graham is like, ever since I knew him, he was fantastic. Ever since I knew Jimi Hendrix, he was just fantastic.
Tell me your thoughts about Jimi Hendrix in the comments.
And he had no influence on my playing because Jimi Hendrix was so far, in my opinion, he was so far out there as far as the gift of playing the guitar. He did things with the guitar that most musicians not only did not do, but do not do today. He was in a class by himself. And so I put him far above most guitar players I know. He was just unique. He was just, every once in a while, there's someone that comes along, and Jimi Hendrix was like one of those that just come along that's just out of this world, so to speak. And so I didn't pattern after him. In fact, there was no one that I could really pattern after because the way I learned how to play, no one was playing like I was playing.
Well, tell me about the funk. Rose, when we were talking, you were telling me, about how the funk really can't be learned. And everybody keeps talking about like James Brown as sort of like the starting of the funk. Where did y'all get the funk from?
In my opinion, I think what we do is a God-given thing. And when I say you can't learn it, you can emulate people, you can listen to people, and you can pattern after them. But there's something that you already have that's a part of you. And I think I shouldn't just say our family, but there are a lot of people. That's their gift. That's their part in music. Someone else's part might be nobody can outdo them. Being classical, and of course they've been trained and all that, but there's something that comes from your soul that you can't emulate, and that's what makes some people emulated, and some people the ones that are emulators. You know what I'm saying?
Could you play me that Don't Call Me Nigger?
Oh, I can play a little bit of "Don't Call Me Nigger," Whitey, but it won't have the same effect because I don't have a wah wah. You know, uh, you know. Do you know? You know, it's it sounds better with the wah wah. It sounds different with the wah wah.
It was a heavy blues.
Oh, very, yeah. And you know that particular song was really a very timely song, and actually ahead of its time, but right on time. And it helped a lot of people come together because for once you could hear something in a song that says "Don't call me nigger, whitey." At the same time, the next verse, "Don't call me whitey nigger." In other words, come on, let's just come together. Let's just do what is right and move
Put
on.
anybody over anybody. We're
You
all
know.
the same.
Beautiful.
Okay. Cut. Let me just check here.
You got about a half a magazine too.
Just tell me about.
Hang on one second, let me get settled.
Our group, basically. Excuse me. Our group. I think one reason, the main reason that we were so different is because we didn't plan it. We just planned on being ourselves and having a good time. Even when we would go and play at different venues, it was never like, yeah, let's go show them. It was never anything like that. It was more like, let's just go out there and kick butt, but not in a negative way. Let's just really do the best we can. And I think that's why it worked. It was never a plan. It was always just to go do, like Freddie said earlier, just to go do the best you could. And it always worked because we had fun with each other, and that generated into the audience. People can feel what you're feeling up there. They know if you've had a bad day.
Okay.
Tell me your thoughts in the comments about this video. It was short, but it was to the point, and I think we learned quite a lot. But as always, don't forget to like, share, watch more videos, and subscribe to the channel.